Hello, everyone, and welcome to the DiceWarmers, a podcast where we talk about all things geeky, and we occasionally have people other than me do the intro. I am Vass, and with me today, as always, we have Kaz
Hello.
and David.
Hello.
Helloed?
Hello.
Yep.
Was that a D at the end of hello?
There was a D at the end of hello.
Is that like Monica putting a D at the end of fine in Friends?
He's mocking me, isn't he? He's mocking me because I've got a cold
She's
and I'm
mocking
putting
your
a D.
sickness. That's
You're
very
mocking my
insensitive,
sickness.
David.
Yeah.
Sorry. I apologise.
A little bit harsh, man. A little bit harsh.
It wasn't.
I mean, the best thing to do, David, is not do the things that you later have to apologize for. That's
Yeah,
what
but
you should do.
when we're around, he feels the need to apologise for everything. There is no winning with David, unfortunately. Wait, no. For David, there's no winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only apologising and doing it well.
Sorry, David. We're not going to
That's
change either.
That's okay. See, that's proper quality apologising.
Thanks. Right,
So,
so
yeah. David, we received thousands of emails about your intro. By the way, people were ecstatic.
Yes,
about
they
it,
were. Yeah.
and they
Yeah,
requested that you do it at least once a year.
Oh, I heard it was once a
what?
month.
Was it?
That's
No,
what
that
I
was
heard, yeah.
Well, not the
that was
emails
a
I
spam
read, but
email.
you know.
Yeah, that was just a fan.
We did receive some messages that we can't really read in the podcast. Let's say they were a bit adult,
a bit naughty.
a bit naughty, and they were referencing cats, but
Yes.
not cats
I'm
we
sorry,
would like
what?
to stroke. Huh?
I haven't seen these messages. You're going to have to tell me about them, I think.
Let let me see if I can actually. I don't think I can, Cass.
You can't tell me about them? Well, you can't say them on the air, or...
I mean,
we're already an explicit podcast, so we do have the.
I mean,
no,
how
we're
bad can they
fucking
be?
not.
Yeah. We've been on a good track.
Oh, David. He's just messing. David.
All
I
right,
know.
so there's this lady, right? Judging by her user handle, her username, she's 39 years old, which not a big turn on. Like, if you're gonna do porn, start early, children. that's horrible advice.
Don't do porn.
Cut. Don't do porn.
Don't do
Jesus
porn.
Christ, that was horrible
Wow.
even for me. That even
That
made
was.
me go, "What
That was
the
bad.
fuck was that?" Okay, but if you do porn, don't start at 39. That's a horrible age. No one wants to see that.
Oh, she's only just starting her porn. I don't
know.
know. I mean, you've got to think of it this way: cougars exist.
Well,
The word would not exist if people weren't interested.
her name is Alicia, for anyone interested, and she has a cam apparently, where you can flirt with her live. Ooh.
Ah.
And she's
Okay.
really naughty.
Oh,
And she can show you her cat on the camera as well.
Was that directed at any of us specifically?
No, it's directed at the podcast.
Oh.
I think it's an open invitation to all three
Vass,
of us.
I thought you were. Oh, all three of us. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
get the popcorn
guys. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. I've got nothing against
group sex.
No, I don't know where that was going because I'm just thinking I've got nothing against. Wait, I do have things against certain things.
Anyway, Alicia has been really persistent with her messages. We haven't replied to any, and she keeps trying to reach out to us. This wasn't the fan mail I was expecting, I'll be honest, but I'll take it. I mean, Alicia, you are our number one fan. Reach out to us, and we'll do
do that.
We'll do something together.
I don't think she's our number one fan. Come on.
Is she not? No one else has sent us 5 messages.
Maybe she is. Maybe she is. You know what?
Yeah.
I am a bit worried that she might be our number one fan.
I really want to click on one of those links, but
don't.
I'm afraid of all the viruses.
Physical and virtual.
Can you contract chlamydia through a browser?
Yes. If you do it the right way. Oh, David's gonna throw up now. He's like,
I
no, I can't do
no.
this.
David,
Can't have this conversation.
whatever you do, don't Google genitals with chlamydia. Don't do it, David.
I don't intend to.
Don't.
I mean,
I've never done it, but I can imagine what it probably.
Let's be honest. I don't
not
even
going to be
trust you to
nice.
spell chlamydia, David, after the Michael incident. Okay, please tell our audience. Please tell our audience about the Michael incident.
Oh, can I tell them? Wait,
yes.
no.
Yes.
Yeah, go on. You'll explain it.
You want me to explain it perfectly? How for the last 5+ weeks you've been telling me to put on our list Michael versus the Machines because it's coming out on Netflix, guys.
Yes.
And it's directed by the same person who did Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. You've definitely got to watch Michael and the Machines, guys.
So, like 1 week ago, I'm browsing through my Netflix history, and I see this big banner saying The Mitchells versus the Machine. I'm like, wait a second, this is what he meant.
Yeah. I found out probably a couple of days beforehand,
and you didn't
quietly.
Tell me
nope.
Well, no, I didn't want you to get angry at him. I was going to do it on like on one of these things and be like, you know what, I've seen. But you decided to do it in private, so obviously the audience didn't get to see your full reaction.
I was in bed, super tired. I was about to go to sleep, and I saw it. I'm like, I have to tell someone about this now.
5 weeks worth of Michaels versus the Machines, probably more than 5 weeks, but it's around about. David, you're making it worse. Just leave it at 5 weeks.
It used to be called Connected, and I was super excited that it was called.
Are you sure it's called Connected?
No, probably wasn't.
Did you hear someone speak it? How can you be sure it's called Connected?
Yeah, because apparently you can't tell that Mitchell's is Mitchell's unless someone speaks it. They have to say the word Mitchell's for you to know that it's not Michael's.
You know that we're never gonna let this go, right?
No.
Ever.
To be honest, Kaz, you haven't heard me pronounce some of the names in World of Warcraft. Some of the towns.
Oh God! Oh, that's such a painful experience.
But surely it's not as bad as when I try and write down character names in Call of Cthulhu.
Well, I pronounced Darnassus as
Is it worse?
Wow. It is worse. You should see him trying to figure out quest locations. Like, I can't find this thing. This quest tells me that this thing should be here. I'm here, and it's not there. And realize he's like 2 zones away.
Yep.
The actual thing, and we're talking like big, huge fucking zones. I'm like, did you actually read the quest text, David?
I did, but it said to do fill something, and I thought, all right, I'll fill
David,
something.
how have you survived this long in life?
I thought you were going in a different direction. Like, how have you survived so long in Warcraft? And I was going to say, because I'm with him.
Well, no, I know that's the reason why, but and then obviously with the SO, it's because myself or Rob are with him, but he needs his hand holding. But I don't understand how. Yeah.
The answer is his parents. They're doing a fantastic job. Good job.
I think we need to send them a gift basket.
David's parents, good job for keeping David alive.
God, I know, right?
It must be hard work.
It must be. Oh my God, if his siblings are anything like him, they really have their hands full. I hope they're more sensible than you, David. I really hope they are.
They are.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you've told the stories, David.
I'm actually beginning to think maybe not. The stories you told us.
I don't wish to bring them up on the podcast in case they
let's not.
Stories. But you've told us some stories that make me doubt that statement.
That is true, actually. Yeah, you've told me some things about your siblings that make me think, well, maybe you're all exactly the same, and your parents are miracle workers somehow, or they're not actually your parents, and you're in a psych ward, and you just don't realize.
Yeah, maybe there are no parents. Maybe when he says I'm watching like whatever with my family, he means like the people that.
It's the communal room, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the communal room. Yeah. With all the other patients.
That's an amazing horror film that we're building here.
To be honest,
David's life.
Yeah, but
that's what it's going to be called. David's life.
How can you be sure it's called
Question
David's?
mark? Oh, sorry, Michael's life? Question mark?
It's written Michael's, but it's pronounced David's.
Yeah. No, it's written David, but pronounced Michael.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, David, you
What
would
the-
make an amazing star for a horror story because you have that. Oh, look how cute he is, and then you slaughter someone. I think you
Oh,
you could pull that
I don't
off.
know if he could do that. I don't know
no.
if
No,
he
but
could.
like David is the guy that neighbors say about him. Oh, he was the nicest person. We never expected him to slaughter his whole family.
Yeah, I don't understand why people say that about their neighbors. They weren't clearly the nicest person because they murdered people.
Exactly. So people see just the facet of them, and they're like, "Oh, that's how they are all the time."
So the fact that we think David's a nice person could be that he's actually a
The
murderer.
second we turn the podcast off, who knows what happens, Kaz?
I know what happens. He wanders
What?
out of the room, goes to make
Yeah.
himself a cup of tea with his fluffy rabbit slippers, kisses his mum on the forehead, and says, "Would anybody like a cup of tea?" And that's what he does.
Out,
I think
out of
I
the
think that's
out,
highly accurate.
Savage.
out of the 4 things you just said around about being correct, it would be the dog that I
Oh, you kiss the
like
dog
a
on
bit.
the head,
Yeah.
not
And
your
I do
mum.
say
And then
I
you
do
make it a
s-
cup of tea.
No, but he does ask if anyone else wants a cup
yeah,
of
I
tea.
do. Every time I make a cup of tea, he's always like, "Would you like a cup of tea?"
Of
And
course,
then my
Kaz.
mum
He's
I
not a
says,
want to tell our
monster.
I want to tell our listeners now. I have never actually been in David's house. I
None,
don't know what he's
none of
like.
us have, right?
No, but I want to make sure people are clear because the last time I mocked David, I said, "Oh, he probably would panic if I told him he was late for dinner," and people are
Right.
probably going to start thinking I actually live with the guy or something. I don't. I've never been in his house.
"Nope."
I
To
know
be
where you
honest,
live,
And for the record,
but
we
other than
haven't been
that,
in Kaz's new house either
no, we
because we're
nope.
haven't.
not invited.
One day,
One day.
one day. We're having a lot of building work done, so it's not really.
Right.
Ooh,
We've
Also
just
the
had the
nice.
garage
pandemic.
redone.
Also the
Oh yeah,
pandemic.
Oh yeah, that pandemic thing. Yeah,
yeah.
How
yeah.
convenient.
I know. They
So,
still haven't got a sequel of it
so
yet.
this
It's
building
still
work
going.
you're having done, Kaz, is it like a new game room that you're building with a big
Uh,
table?
kinda.
Really?
It's well,
Oh, that kind
we're
of
having
thing.
the garage done so that we can move all of Rob's
Hot
not
Wheels?
all of them, but a lot of his ornaments to the garage.
You wanted to say crap, didn't you?
Alright, when I moved in here, he had a whole wall full of Hot Wheels cars. He had
Right.
tacked them all to the wall. Since getting cats, he's taken them all down because the cats were taking them down for him, and he
Mhm.
decided he wanted to keep them in precious condition, and I said, I don't want the cat swallowing a pin.
Mhm.
Okay.
But you
So
didn't mind them
he took
getting
them all
the
down.
little Hot Wheels off the wall and
No, he
taking
did
them
mind.
away.
He minded that, and I put up with it since I moved in because I thought, you know what? Let him have it. It's his house. I'm making him change a lot of other things. He can keep it there until the garage is done, and then he can move them to the
Mhm.
garage.
Yeah.
But we got cats, and so that kind of moved up the plan a bit. And I'm loving the fact that there are no cars on the walls. I'm not
What
gonna
was
lie.
the compromise though? Surely there's some
A
compromise.
box full of Hot Wheels.
How were the cars on the wall? I can't picture it.
Okay, so he had a cork board that took up the whole wall.
Mhm.
Bear in mind, this is a very big wall, right?
Mm.
And he had those push pins, and he
Okay.
basically push pinned them into the wall, right? Not the pin through the cardboard, but they were rested on the pins, and he pushed them in, like the little
Right.
hooks.
Is it?
Okay.
It's
And
like where
they
the
covered the whole wall apart from two like two light sconces and a mirror. I am surprised he didn't pull the mirror down and put Hot Wheels all over that mirror spot as well.
He probably didn't have
But
enough Hot Wheels.
no, he did. He actually has more in a cupboard or a display cabinet.
Okay. So,
Um,
what has the therapist said about his Hot Wheel manual?
he
Because
has a
surely you've been to a therapist, right? He
no,
listens to your professional.
Oh.
yeah, I
Did
think
they
he
give you
does, but
Did they give you an actual reason to why he started to collect?
Because
Or
men love cars,
because
David. Come on.
because
We
he has a
love
hoarder
cars, man.
mentality. He's a nerd. He's a right proper fucking nerd. He is the biggest nerdy nerd that I know.
and that's why he fell for him.
That's not true.
Believe me, it's
The
true.
biggest nerd that you know.
Oh yeah.
Really? I take
I mean, as
offense
in
in
like
that.
he works with computers all day.
So?
He's a programmer.
I program.
Oh.
I
No.
program
He
as a
does
hobby.
it for a live. Well, he does it for a
exactly.
hobby as well, but
Hmm.
he's
So he does it
he's
for
more of a
When it's
nerd
for
than
a
you.
hobby.
He's more of a nerd than you.
Challenge
You're
accepted.
I would say you're more geek. You lean more towards the geek side of things, the nerd side of things. He is just a nerd.
That
Ugh.
bloody.
I'm curious actually. What kind of Hot Wheels does he have? Does he have the one stylized?
His first and
on-
like biggest hobby is
All.
cars currently, and then cars.
No, you said what Hot Wheels, didn't you?
Yeah,
All of them,
what
all different ones. He
Oh,
had a
sorry, I
Marvel
heard
collection.
hobbies.
I'm fairly sure he had a Scooby Doo collection, and he
Okay,
had
no.
he had loads of different ones. I don't know. I didn't look at them. They were okay. My biggest issue is he didn't clean them. They were not. They were dusty. All of them were dusty, and they were gross. And I like to have less clutter, and I think it's because I think if there's less things lying around, there's less things I have to clean.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
can see that.
purely
I
lazy.
like, I appreciate minimalism. Like, I like a clutter-free environment. I think it's better for you. Your mind.
Ideally,
chill.
yeah.
I'm having a bit of a crisis here because if you ever came to my house, you would see these stacks and stacks of either CDs, books, games, or discarded PS4 controllers, which I have around about 2 on the floor by now.
Yeah, see, after
you would not love
moving
the
into
house.
this house, believe me, you couldn't show me anything that would. But anyway, enough dissing Rob. I'm sorry. Let's move on to something.
We're not. We're enjoying this.
Yeah, but I have to live with him. And I don't want to upset him
Well,
because
he's
he
gonna be
might
upset,
cry.
guys. Come on.
I mean, it's
But
too late
let's not
now,
upset
isn't it?
him too much.
Yeah.
You don't
Let's
want to
not
be
push
in
him too
the
far.
on now going.
I'm
"Oh,
gonna
so
say
what
honestly
happened?"
though, this is everything I've said to his face, so it's not a surprise to him.
I'm not surprised you've said
I'm not one
all
of
these
those
things to his face.
people that I'm not one of those people who says things behind people's back and not to the face because I think honesty is quite important. But let's move on. It depends on the honesty, obviously, but
Yeah.
anyway, moving
Yeah.
on.
Right.
Yes.
Someone told me they wanted to talk about state of play announcements.
That was me.
That was you.
I watched
okay.
the state of play. I was so excited about it. Like Ratchet and Clank, literally my favorite game ever. Like
I'm
I
glad
can't
you said
wait.
that, Vass.
It's so beautiful. Like you have to see it, you guys.
Yeah,
Like it's so good. Oh
You're
my
so
god.
mean.
Is that
David
the-
was so excited
that-
to talk
is
about
that
this.
out
You
of
are
the same
mean.
Burning
Oh
Crusade,
wait.
you know, so it's not
Oh wait, that was
controversial,
David.
you know?
I wanted to talk about World of Warcraft. Sorry guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He is
Go on,
so
David.
excited. You
Oh, yeah.
mean person.
I know. It's like when you mentioned it, but I'm angry.
Yeah. You
but-
angry? Did you
No,
shake your
can I-
tiny little fist at him?
You're
But
fooling
but
no one,
instead of
David.
actually like you just had your thumb sticking out or wrapped underneath your fingers, didn't you? Ooh, kind of like when a little kid
So,
shakes their fist.
David, please tell us about Ratchet and Clank.
With pleasure.
I can't wait to hear more about it.
So I have got every single game up to the PS4 remake. So I've been following it for the last 20 years. The actual game
20
series.
years? I thought you were like 18. What? I wasn't. I wasn't really being funny. Like you're 26, David, 27.
27.
So you've been following it since you were 7, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay, go on.
I mean, come on. How old were you when you started following the first nerdy thing you were following?
I don't know.
Well, there we go
Really,
then.
really young.
5, probably. You
I mean,
nerd.
Yeah. As back as I can remember myself, I guess.
Yeah.
So, go on, David. Sorry.
Yeah. So State of Play happened on the same day we were doing the podcast last week, and I was excited because moments before they announced the female Lombax in the actual series is actually called Rivet, which led on to the State of Play, which was a entire gameplay demo of Nefarious City and the sort of rift making mechanics and the verticality focus on the game.
What is Nefarious City?
So in the game, it's explained it's a long plot thread of getting this one device that can rip through dimensions. On this other side of the dimension, that actually turned out to be a city where a bit of evil, but not necessarily successful villain is actually successful in that world. And the main characters stumble upon it, and they have to help that city get rid of Nefarious, whilst also trying to see who the female Multivax is.
That's his name, Nefarious.
Yes, Dr. Nefarious, yes. And his butler Jeeves.
Jeeves.
Yes.
Like Jeeves.
Like Jeeves, yeah.
Yes.
That's very cliche.
I like Rivet as a name.
I'm fairly sure I've had a butler called Jeeves.
I mean, everyone has had a butler called Jeeves.
Of course.
At some point in our geeky lives.
Yeah.
There's even a robot butler in World of Warcraft called Jeeves.
Oh.
Why is it always Jeeves? Like, I know it obviously a lot of it stemmed from the search engine, didn't it? So ask Jeeves.
Are you sure? I think the search engine got its name.
Was it before?
Yeah,
Quite
probably.
possibly. I mean, I don't actually know the origins of all of these
so
things.
Jeeves apparently is a fictional character in a series of comedic short stories and novels by English author Wodehouse. Jeeves is the highly competent valet of a wealthy and idle young Londoner. So that's where the name Jeeves comes from.
Actually, I've just realised something. For the longest time, I always thought it said Jeeves, but it's actually Lawrence.
What?
Yeah, I read it as Lawrence. Oh no, not again.
Did you read it as Lawrence? You read the word Jeeves as Lawrence.
See, I don't even know if he's joking anymore, because he read Mitchell's as Michael. Like, I don't even know. Are you kidding? Are you being serious now?
So, I got a little bit distracted, but hang on. I just wanted to say, because I realised you said it a bit wrong. It's actually Woodhouse, PG Woodhouse. I got distracted by the whole David saying the name thing wrong, but I just wanted to correct you before our listeners. It's Woodhouse, yeah.
Why? But it's spelled Wode house.
Yeah.
And it's
because his name, the name isn't English, but it's Woodhouse. I just wanted to make sure that it was said before the listeners all have a screaming fit. PG Woodhouse is well known, so
okay.
Okay, right, carry on. Sorry, we were taking the piss out of David.
No, to be honest, it was you know,
Lawrence. Wait, am I saying the wrong name? Lawrence.
Is the name. I call myself a fan, and I go, poor me. It's
poor you.
But to be honest, I'm very looking forward to this because it's actually from the ground up on PS5, so it's taken full advantage of everything.
Whoa. 1 second. Is this not a new game?
It is.
Okay, well, I've missed something now.
You said rework.
Oh no,
the ground up.
It's been worked from the ground up.
Okay, how else would you develop a game? From the middle?
You start at the top and you work your way down.
Yeah. Guys, I know what we should do.
First.
Someone start writing the music for the game, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll do.
No. You do the voices for the game.
Yeah, let's do the voiceovers of the characters.
Do the voiceover for the characters, yeah.
Yeah. And then write the characters. Then have the 3D modelers do them, and then have the concept artists do the concept art.
Yeah.
Based on the 3D models that have already been made.
Done. Oh god, that's you know what? If games were made that way.
That's how animation's made. They do the voiceover before any of the other work stuff.
No.
Yeah.
No, there's no way.
Not most of them. Not most of them. They don't.
Not most of them, but
yeah, you said that's how animations are. No, not most of them.
They do the voice acting and then.
So you're saying Frozen? They did the voice acting first and then everything else.
Yes.
No.
That's what you're saying.
They created these scripts. They did the voice acting. They animated that with 3D models they created based on the actors' likeness.
Okay.
And then they had to rewrite it all
And,
Yeah.
and then they
And
had
then
to
had the
rewrite it
3D
all.
actors. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
And then they had to
no,
rewrite it
that
all.
makes
Really?
0 sense to me.
No, it was a horrible period of that. If you ever seen the documentary, it's shattering for the actual writers. You have to rewrite the whole script, the
Yeah,
whole
because
story, everything again.
they started by shooting the voice actors instead of writing a fucking script.
I'm sorry, but what? Like, this doesn't make sense to me. Why would they do that?
I'm not convinced they did that. I think
Hmm.
David heard something, interpreted it
I
in his
watched
head.
it.
Oh
I watched the
yeah,
documentary.
this is a David thing again, isn't it? Yeah. No, I get it. He's done this to us before, though, hasn't he?
He's done many times.
Oh, hang on. Last week with the D&D Beyond
D&D
app,
Beyond, yeah, the D&D Beyond fiasco.
which
David.
didn't actually wasn't anything that you were saying.
It was non-news, basically.
It was news, right? In the fact that what actually happened was quite interesting, but you didn't tell us what happened. You told us your interpretation of what happened, which didn't happen.
I essentially go through a sentence, then I rewrite the sentence, and then I rewrite the sentence again.
All right, I've got a question for you. Right?
Yeah.
Do you actually research the things you want to talk about in these podcasts, or do you just read a title and think that sounds really good? I know, I'll talk about that.
No,
I'll tell you exactly what he does. He sees the
I
title and he makes up the story himself in his head, and then convinces himself that's what actually the story is about. Then proceeds to tell the story.
No, it's not that bad.
To be honest,
That's 100%. That's what he does.
No, to be honest, I got everything up for 2 hours before the recording. I read through every single thing I was going to use, and then I remembered Sunset Overdrive, which also is coming out for PS5 hopefully. And I'm doing the same thing again where I forgot what I was talking about.
You forgot the end of the sentence.
Yeah.
Before you got to the end of the sentence.
Because I added something else in.
Oh
like,
no.
Just so you know, people, these podcasts, in case you didn't know, they're not scripted.
Just in case you wanted to know, audience, this is what we deal with constantly. This is not a new thing. This is how David is.
Maybe we're doing the podcast wrong, Kaz. Maybe we should.
Maybe we should be doing the art for it, posting it online,
deciding on the title.
No, posting it online, deciding the title, doing the artwork for it, and then talking about it.
Yes, but I actually go for a round myself and then try to recall what I've just spoken about on another recording session.
Hang on, you have a conversation with yourself about what you think Vass and my reaction will be to your topics.
I had a feeling of all the topics that might come out. I go, that could be discussed, that could be discussed, and then never actually turns up. So that whole 3 hours are wasted. But
oh my god,
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
I don't know, but should we change the subject?
Yes, please.
So I've just recently had some annual leave, and I've watched Shadow and Bone while I was on my annual leave, dying from this horrible cold, so I couldn't really go out a huge amount.
She's fine,
I mean, there's
guys.
only 8 episodes.
She was out. She brought me presents. She was fine. I saw her. She's exaggerating.
You saw me, and you were like, "What are you doing, standing out in the rain delivering birthday presents?" I was feeling rough. I was feeling very rough that day.
Was it after you went, or was it before you went to Velva? Because you were in the rain.
Oh, I was ill I was ill from Friday morning. I had to cancel Friday gaming and Sunday gaming and Monday gaming because I could not even speak.
That's how ill she was. Guys.
By the end of by probably about Monday morning, I'd managed to get majority of my voice back, but I couldn't even speak on Sunday. It was gone.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pathetic. But my brain wasn't there. My voice had come back, but my brain was gone Monday. So.
So you use Shadow and Bone to sort of cheer yourself
I basically binge watched it, but there's only 8 episodes, so it's not really binge watching, you know.
How long are they?
Maybe about 50 minutes. Yeah.
That's decent.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's really good actually. It's got a good concept. I do really like the concept behind it. And I think
apparently a friend of a friend is in it. And that's kind of
Yes.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
expert or character?
He's an extra.
Yeah.
And
I haven't watched it, but I saw a
he,
screenshot.
he was correct that if you blink, you miss him.
Ah,
Right.
He's really not in it for very long, and he doesn't have a squeaking part or anything like that.
I
He's
would be
just
ecstatic if I was in a TV
yeah.
series, though. I'd be like, oh, look
But
at
it was a
me.
good TV series. It really was a good TV series. So yeah. I would say I think you should watch it, but David still hasn't watched the last thing I recommended. So David, don't bother.
I'm
But
still
Vass, you
quite.
should watch it. It's pretty good.
What was the last thing you recommended?
Resident Alien.
Yeah,
Right.
five
Okay.
episodes in, and I completely forgot about it.
Okay,
5 episodes in, and he just stopped for.
Let me
Yeah.
rephrase that. He watched 5 episodes like a month ago, so he's given up on it, guys.
Yeah, exactly. So,
That's fine.
which is fine
Yeah,
if it's not
Yes,
your
I've
it's
got
not your cup
60
of tea.
episodes of JoJo. Sorry.
If it's not your thing, it's
It
fine.
was my thing.
Speaking
just-
of
it was an
speaking
hour
of
long.
cups of tea, I was gaming with David yesterday, and he was having like one of those disgusting teas again.
Oh,
Flavored teas.
I know,
from
Yeah.
Bourbon
like
Antico, which is lovely.
cinnamon or something. Like what was it, David?
It was a hot cross bun, which is a
Ugh.
cinnamon, ginger,
I mean,
sort of like
don't get
In
me
warm
a
wrong.
in a
chai.
tea.
The,
Yeah, it's really nice.
like
So Boss
no,
Crystal,
the tea needs to be like a pure thing.
Yeah.
Tea needs to be tea, and then on the side you can have stuff.
Have a
You
hot
know
cross bun on the side. Done.
exactly.
Oh,
The
no,
tea
amazing.
needs to be a pure thing,
Cummings.
and that's coming from me. I'm fucking Greek.
To be
Like,
fair, I can understand them doing flavored coffee. I don't like coffee, so if you can think of anything to make it taste better, that's understandable. But
I'm
tea,
still convinced you haven't had proper coffee. That's why you hate coffee.
maybe. I've tried lots of different coffees, and I just don't even like the smell of coffee, really.
Have you tried my special Greek coffee?
Oh,
No,
I
I
tell you,
have
that
not.
is a
Ask-
And
brilliant.
if
ask
that's an
David.
innuendo,
That's
no,
not
I
the-
have not.
That's not an innuendo. How would the innuendo even work?
I don't know.
Wait,
don't know.
Let
Don't
me
want to talk
say.
about it.
Let
Just
me
know
say.
low.
It, let me say it in a different voice. Have you tried my Greek coffee?
That's how. That's how the innuendo works.
Shivers.
Well done, Vass.
What's the
No,
line
but
from Joy?
I tell you what.
Grandma's chicken salad. Anything can be dirty if you say it right.
Yeah. I tell you what though, right? Which reminds me, next time we are allowed out and socialising, I'll come out.
Mhm.
You got some mugs for your birthday, didn't you? So
I
good
did.
coffee mugs.
Yeah,
What?
some friends
Oh,
mugs.
Yeah.
Central Perk, and I'm up to 3 now because Nick gifted me one of those
No
on
way.
my last
Same
birthday.
one? Oh
Oh,
right. Was it one
No,
of
it's
the
actually
same ones?
like the white one, but it's bigger.
Oh.
If that is even possible, it is bigger.
Oh, fair enough. Nick's is bigger than mine. Got it.
I mean, yeah, there's no competition, Kaz. Yours is quite
But mine's
decent.
better.
Yeah,
Mine's better.
yeah.
His might be bigger, but mine's better.
dear.
I got more of them. He might have a bigger one, but I've got more.
What the fuck were we talking about?
I don't know. Mugs.
I don't know.
Mugs. So what else did you get for your birthday?
Yeah.
Bear in
I
mind,
got-
Vass's birthday was on Tuesday, so 2 days ago.
Vass's
For
birthday was
us,
on May the 4th.
May the 4th.
May the 4th.
Yeah.
The same day as the Star
What
Wars.
a nerd,
Batman
right?
was out.
So, should I go like from the latest one I received, or walk my way
Yeah.
backwards?
Yeah, because otherwise you'll make everyone feel bad when you go from the best. Because
That's
I know
true.
mine's the best.
So I got an amazing graphic
well,
novel
actually, mine.
for
Oh, whatever, David. You
for At the
wish.
Mountains of Madness, by my good friend Nick, which is basically the story of Lovecraft at the Mountains of Madness illustrated, and it's so good. Apparently, this is volume 1, so I can't wait to see volume 2. It's really nice. Then my good friend David,
Yep.
bought me a traveler book, which brings my traveler collection of books up to 2 now, both from David, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You.
So David is the dedicated traveler guy now, apparently.
Uh-huh.
David, just so you know, you know how many traveler books I own, so go crazy.
We all have
in
to
the
stay away
basket.
from that one, just so that we you
Then
always
Rob-
know what books he needs.
Rob got me a Cthulhu book. How did he know that I like Cthulhu? That's so weird.
I know, it's weird. It's like
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 you
you
don't
never
mention
talk
it.
about it or anything.
Yeah, I don't think I've mentioned it ever.
No. Ever in the last
Not to
30
Rob. I
seconds.
don't think I've spoken to Rob about Cthulhu ever.
Sure.
And it's basically, well, it's Cthulhu through different stories. So it examines like where Cthulhu appears in like the stories and popular culture and all that. And there's a lot of beautiful illustrations in it. I haven't gone through all
It's
of it
mostly for
yet.
the pictures.
Yeah, exactly, like Playboy.
It's mostly for the pictures, yeah.
And the worst gift was given to me by Kaz. It's a reprint. Imagine that. It's not even like a new book. It's a reprint.
It was a new book. Don't say that. It was a brand new, still in the cellophane, new book.
And the reason it was in the cellophane, Kaz, is because it has a fold-out map inside.
Yep.
Of Antarctica.
I'm not saying I read the back or anything.
Because what Kaz bought me, guys, is Beyond the Mountains of Madness, which is a Call of Cthulhu campaign that continues after the novel finishes. So after the Miskatonic University expedition that went really, really, really bad, people said, you know what, we should go back there and see what happened. And
That good, right?
Yeah, you know that expedition where everyone died and 2 of them went crazy.
Let's try it again.
Let's try it again.
Yeah. Now with the knowledge that maybe something bad will happen.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll get to drive everyone insane going through that in the next year, probably.
I'll be honest, I wasn't sure he wanted it. It's not like he never told anybody that he wanted it, so I was a bit.
Well, I think he has been on about it for
a lot. I think we even discussed it in this podcast.
It had the name Cthulhu on the cover. Like
that was enough.
The hints you need. Yeah,
that was enough.
Yeah, that's actually the one book I never bought when it was out, and I regretted it because then it went like it got sold out. The prices on eBay were like crazy. You had to pay like 500, 600 quid for it. And luckily, Chaosium now have reprinted it, and now I own it in hardcover.
To be fair, that wasn't even the best present either. I gave him a shopping bag with friends on it, and 2 mugs.
That's true.
Friends mugs and a shopping bag.
Well, you gave me a Hogwarts bag.
Well, no, that's to keep the stuff dry. But inside that, which was the actual.
So you're
main
saying
thing,
the Hogwarts bag wasn't part of the whole gift experience?
No. It was the keep your presents dry experience. So I suppose it was.
I'm keeping the bag. I'm not returning the bag.
No, that's fine. You can keep the bag.
Right. What did you do with the cardboard that was wrapped around the book?
What did I do with the cardboard?
Yeah, there was cardboard around it, which kept it nice.
Throw it in the bin, hopefully. Don't want to be a hoarder.
You recycle the cardboard. What do you mean?
That's alright. Yes.
What should I have done with the cardboard? I'm confused.
Kept it on.
Why?
He's just trying to top my shopping bag thing. He's just trying to top the shop.
And apparently, I still have a present coming from Simon and Elise. So I'm excited. I like prolonged birthdays like this.
Anyone want to guess what it is? I reckon it's a Cthulhu themed thing.
I think it's the other book of Traveller I did not get.
So you've got competition for Traveller books.
Maybe.
Have there been discussions behind my back?
Yes.
No. Oh, yes?
Oh, we always talk about you behind your back.
Oh, no,
about your
I meant for the birthday.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Yeah. No, not about the other shit. Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm better than you anyway, so
not that I was involved in, but then I knew what I was getting you, and I knew that you would want what I got you, so they could get you anything. They're not likely to get you the same gift I got you, though, so not the book anyway.
I would say no.
I would say no, not the book.
Have you been through the book Kaz gave you?
Yes and no. No, as in I haven't been through the actual book Kaz gave me, but I've read the PDF years ago, so I know the scenario. But now I can actually hold it in my hands and sleep with it. I don't do that.
Liar. He told me he has the Dreamland. The last book I bought him, Dreamlands, right, for GM's Day. Yeah. And he sleeps with that. So
yeah, but like it's Dreamlands. You're supposed to have it by you know. It's Dreamlands, guys.
Nerd.
Do you really have a mattress, or is it other books of Call of Cthulhu?
It's loads of books with a blanket over the top.
I would never do that to my books. No, I have too much respect for them.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I wouldn't do that either. I got a lot of pretty books. I'd never lay on them. I'd feel.
Oh man, I love books so much. Really, like a new book is the best thing in the world. Like you get it, you
Oh, new
sniff
book
it.
smell.
Oh man.
Nice.
Every new book I get for me, I have to make sure I'm the first person to sniff it.
Yeah, because otherwise you lose all the sniffing buds.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you open the cellophane and you just take a whiff rather than open it all, or do you just
No, what you do
save
is
it?
you keep it closed first. You take a sniff as it is closed, and then you open it up and take a big breath through your nose. And then,
As you open it, because the fresh air coming out, then
exactly.
it's like,
Oh
Paper
god.
glue.
yeah.
Oh, I'm getting a bit excited talking about that. I'll be honest.
I know. I need my Paizo fixed. Where's the next book? When?
You keep buying books, David. Use them.
Speaking of, how's your campaign go? Did you do anything Tuesday?
Oh, yes, we did. Yeah,
Did you?
Yeah, we were actually productive.
I don't believe it. Tell me.
Yes, we defeated.
I've heard the story, guys. They weren't.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
We defeated a golem. Just the two of us.
There were only 2 people in the game.
No, there were many more, but they were in the catacombs.
They split the party, guys.
You guys have split the party. What is? Yeah. Well, I suppose nothing was happening.
Because David was like, "Oh, I'm special. I'm gonna go through the special place."
And then he split the party. I could pick.
Oh, you split the party.
Well, our original plan was to go into the church because that was the place where the cult was dealing, taking a ritual. We thought that if we let in the guards into the church, then we'll have a better chance of defeating them. However, we didn't expect there to be a giant golem in front of the door when we got down to the sort of like the balconies by the church, in the church, and it caught, the golem caught wind of what we were up to, and so attacked us. So we had to go through many rounds with. I was at 100 health, but then lowered it down to 20.
What, from one hit? How did you go from 100?
How
was your health 100?
Yeah, I'm very sturdy. I'm a very sturdy monk.
But you're only level 8.
Yeah, and you get loads of hit points.
Oh, by the way, Kaz, in Pathfinder you get max XP every level. You don't roll for it.
Yeah, and then you can increase it by adding additional things like Constitution, which I have very high Constitution.
Oh well, I'm so very confused. So you got attacked. You split the party, got attacked by a golem, and you defeated it, and then.
Yes. We then escaped the church after we defeated the golem, and after a really bad first aid lesson on my other party member I was with, who was hit quite badly. It was like
I'm sorry, we gave him a first aid lesson.
No, we had.
No, David basically sounds like he did really bad first aid on his friend.
I thought he said lesson. Am I hearing things?
Yeah, no. I said lesson because at the start of the siege we taught a bunch of villagers first aid, and their wisdom didn't get through, and she was on dying 1, and then went to dying 2, got first aid, up to dying.
I can imagine
again,
your buddy dying and
3.
you're lecturing about first aid.
Yeah, why didn't you just heal them?
I didn't have battle medicine, so I couldn't do anything. I was useless.
Oh my god, you could have at least stabilized them, or is that not how Pathfinder works?
I
don't know, don't ask me.
Because in D&D, I'm fairly sure you just need to roll successfully on medicine to stabilize someone.
Because I wasn't trained in medicine, I couldn't.
Oh my god.
Just press on the wound, people. Press on the wound.
I did.
Just press H on the keyboard. That's a health potion, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Done.
But no, to be honest, it was a very fun session. We had to use our environment to kill it.
Just a bit of advice, David, from me.
Yeah.
Don't call a session productive when you did 2 things.
Yeah, by the sounds of it, you really didn't do a huge amount.
You
I
killed the
can't believe you
golem
split the
and
party.
almost healed a friend. That's what
That's what
happened.
you're telling us you did. Almost healed a friend and split.
We're being so mean to him. I love it.
No,
Well,
I don't understand why. You know what?
to,
I give up.
to be honest,
I
what
don't
Because
I
want to be
highlight,
here
that
anymore.
that Kaz is a productive session if
yeah,
you compare it to the other sessions.
yeah.
So
I
it's
know,
a
and that's how
comparison
bad
thing.
it is.
What I highlight this little moment at the end. So because they were so bad at first aid, I took her down to the catacombs where my friends had gone in. We trekked a little bit and we came up to a door. Because I was in such a hurry, I didn't actually open the door like a Minotaur did. I instead punched it and I rolled critically.
Wait,
And so
was that a go
I'm
at Kaz?
so confused now.
Like a man, he's having
yeah,
a
it
go
was.
at your character for kicking down that door, Kaz.
Yeah, I didn't kick. I open doors
Yeah,
normally.
yeah.
Just because I'm a barbarian doesn't mean I have to kick every door down.
No, I mentioned about. Anyway, I
I'm
kicked it so.
confused.
I
What?
hit it so well, it went
See,
off its
he's
hinges.
evil. I tell you, he has this persona where he's like
Why?
really
Why didn't you
likable and
just?
all that.
Okay, so hang on. Right, I want to start at the beginning again. Okay, so you split the party,
Yes.
went into a church.
Mm-hmm.
Did you actually go into the church before you met the golem?
Yes.
The golem
Right.
was
Okay,
at the
so you went
door
into a church,
Mm-hmm.
fought a golem,
Yes.
left again straight away,
Mm-hmm.
and met
and
with the party
then
that you should have never left in
yeah,
the
and
first
then went
place.
down to the catacombs. So you didn't do anything in the church other than fight a golem.
We let in the entire army into the
In the,
church.
All right.
wow.
So why did the rest of the party not help you with this?
Because they couldn't. They had a orb which allowed them to see all secret passages, which will allow them to navigate the maze, basically.
Right.
The catacombs.
But what I'm
Why?
saying is, why didn't they just wait 2 minutes to let the people into the church? If that's all you were doing,
I don't know, honestly. I don't know
I
how
don't.
they.
I don't understand the. I don't understand the
I,
party, the people you're playing with. Why don't they
I've
just wait 2 minutes,
I've
let the
played
people into the church, and
I've
then go down the
played with the
catacombs?
people though, and they were fine. I don't think.
yeah.
But apparently not. Apparently they are impatient. Maybe they were just trying to ditch David.
Oh,
Do you think that's
well,
what's
we got.
happening, Kaz?
Possibly, yeah.
Hmm.
I don't
But
know.
anyway, I knocked down a door
Is
and
the
it
person
revealed a
in
hidden door.
is the other person who was damaged, the person who went with you, are they really irritating?
No.
Well, they were trying to ditch you then, I'm sorry. I'm not saying you're really irritating, but if you think that this was a productive meeting, a productive game, then
David, the
listen
most
now,
important
he's gonna
thing
go,
is,
oh,
did you
poor
have fun?
me.
Yes, I did.
That's all that matters, David.
Yay.
Don't listen to us naysayers. If you had fun, that's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
you're having fun wrong, but who are we to say that? You know,
No, if you enjoyed it, then you enjoyed it. That's fine.
yeah, and it doesn't matter
However,
how wrong
I
it
do
was. It's
feel
fine.
I do feel that you guys splitting the party for no reason at all is bad on them, not on you.
Hmm.
If
And bad
this
on
was
the
something
DM
that
as well.
needed
Oh, I
doing,
hate it.
if this was something that needed doing, you guys needed to let those people into the church, and it could have taken 5 minutes
You
if
know,
they'd stayed to help you, but instead it took a whole 3 hours,
Yeah.
I'm
and you still
thinking,
didn't meet up with them. They seem
I'm
like
thinking
dicks to
that
me.
the story based on David is totally different as to what actually happened
Oh,
on the session.
probably, yeah.
Like if I talk to someone else, he would paint a different picture
Oh,
of what
almost
happened,
guaranteed.
and it would actually make sense. I'm like, oh, okay, so that's why
Oh,
they went to the church, and you
Oh,
went, all
David,
right, I
David,
get it now.
I'm sorry, but all I have to say to you is Michael and the Machines,
Exactly.
oh,
right? And that is it. That's all I ever have to say to you, for you to know what we're talking about.
Oh man.
I reckon if I did speak to somebody else in your party, in your game, then they would say something completely different. I'd be like, oh, right, so
I'd
that's
be
what
like,
actually happened.
wait, are we talking about the same
Got
game?
it.
I just picture me in the middle of a room. Everyone's crowded around me. I'm sort of retelling the stories that happens, and then someone else comes into the room and says, "Oh yeah, that story when we just opened the door."
Yeah, and
And
you made
that's
this
the
Yeah,
whole
pretty
yeah, but
much.
okay. So I don't want to be mean, but you're Welsh, so you say 10 words for every one you actually have to say.
yeah.
It's just something that Welsh people do. Okay, I'm not saying it's a bad
I take
thing.
offense in that.
Really.
I mean, I'm Welsh, so yeah.
Okay, so when they say whose coat is that jacket, do they really need to say that many that many words? No.
No, you have to ask
All
it.
right, and that is a cliched one.
You have to
right?
pose it as a question. Whose coat is that jacket?
Right? And when they say, "Oh, it's over by there," no, it's over there. Over there, not over by there. You don't have to add extra words in, okay?
Oh,
But this is
Kaz,
what I
it's
think that
being
David is doing.
whimsical.
You know what? I actually say that at work. If you go over by there, I
The
do
thing
a
is, right, I do this, I take this literally when people say over by there, I actually stand next to where they point. Because I'm like, I'm
you're
by
such an
it.
asshole, Kaz.
Yes! But I'm like, it's when someone says, "Oh, it's over by there," and I'll look next to where it is, and I'm like, I can't see it, I don't know what you're talking about. And it'll be, no, it's there. Oh, why didn't you say that in the first place? I got to, because it really irritates them.
No wonder you get in trouble.
All the time. But, can't help it.
Oh
No,
dear,
I feel for you. I am like that. I'm a cynical bastard. Like I can't help it. I mean, I can. I don't want to.
No, I don't want to.
change
I don't
my
want to stop
tactic
it.
for when I play in a game. Then, when I DM, I have to change so much. Over there, there's a
Yeah, just say, and you can see, or over there is such and such and such, not over by there, and I'll be looking in a bush, not at the cart that you actually wanted me to look at.
By the way,
Over
David,
by there is a cart, and I'll be looking at a bush going, I don't see a cart.
I just want to point out that David initially planned to run us through a Christmas adventure, and it's now May, and we still haven't played.
To be fair, I mentioned something about running a Christmas campaign, and none of you could make your minds up as to who was playing, what setting, and what characters you actually wanted to be. So I just went, no.
I proposed a bunch of things.
Yeah.
You just didn't like my...
No, I thought some of yours were really good. I wanted the rest of them to agree or disagree. Yeah. But I got a lot of no answers.
And then the rest of the people did the most annoying thing in the world, which is, I don't mind anything. Yeah. Just pick something. Yeah. For fuck's sake, have an opinion.
No, they just didn't say anything at all. And that's why I was like,
I went for the evil goblin event, didn't I?
Yeah, I'd have run that. I'd have been okay with that, but...
Yeah. But anyway, it's planned...
I love playing goblins.
They are fun.
For June. So, there you go. Plan for late May, June.
June. Okay.
Yeah. The first session, at least. You might not even go as far as I thought you did.
June 2021, or...?
No, it's 2023, Vass. Come on now.
Yeah. Okay.
Sooner than we expected.
Mm-hmm. A rush game is forever bad. Delayed.
David,
I'm so sorry.
I can't wait
don't mean to be mean.
for me and Kaz to play with you as the DM. Like,
you're
gonna have so
he's
much
experienced.
fun.
He's experienced
it. He's experienced nothing.
He panicked.
I was being reserved.
I was being really well behaved.
Yeah, exactly.
I was coming up with very sensible things, and he was like, "I wasn't expecting you to do that." No. Well, that was the sensible thing to do. What would I do otherwise?
Like, if me and Kaz team up and we unleash full hell, you have no idea what
we drive GMs away from the table. They give up. They hang up their hood and just give up at that point.
That makes us sound like super assholes. We're not.
I don't know. Simon's never run a game after that, has he? He might have done, but we weren't invited.
Yeah. I was gonna say he might have run a game, but not for us.
Oh, we get kicked off. I have been kicked off. My characters have been kicked off tables.
Have they?
Are you essentially
not me? My characters.
Are you essentially? Have you ever seen them? Right,
I mean, your character is an extension of you, Kaz.
Yeah. You have seen the Muppets, haven't you?
Yeah, everyone knows what the Muppets are.
We do live on planet Earth. Yes.
The ones that always appear on the sort of the balcony, tackle and make jokes.
You mean the grumpy old man?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what you calling us. Oh,
see, Kaz, I told you. He's a cheeky little bastard.
He's a bit mean, isn't he? But you know what? We totally deserve it. We've been ragging on him all night.
Well, I imagine that when we're 80, we'll just be like as much of.
That's what I want. Now. Well, I don't think I want to be. I don't think I'm an arsehole.
Yes, you are.
I think I'm.
Look, by societal standards, we're assholes. But I think the society needs to change and man up. Personally, if you can't take a joke, just fuck off.
Well, no, if you can't take a joke, tell me to fuck off, but don't bitch about it behind my back. Damn it.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm that bad.
Fuck.
I don't think I'm that bad.
I mean, no, Cass, we love you. You're so good.
I don't think I'm that bad. I mean,
as far as I'm concerned, no, you're not. But I can see how.
well, that's because you're probably worse than me.
Yeah. Hey,
no, maybe not.
No, you.
I mean, we're about the same as each other.
Thank you.
We do bounce off of each other. We are really mean when we're together. I'm a delight when Vass isn't around. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably not.
It's sort of like a Julia Roberts versus.
Oh, why?
Why would you bring her up again for a third game?
Oh my god!
Third podcast in a row. What is wrong with you?
There was another thing that pissed me off, and now I've forgotten about it.
God.
We were discussing it before the podcast, and it pissed me off.
We were actually discussing films that have yet to come out this year.
Oh my god! I don't remember why it pissed me off so much. I remember now.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a little bit too late to run through most of them. But my favourites, right?
Yeah.
Jurassic World Dominion.
Ooh, with Julia Roberts.
Apparently, Julia Roberts is in it. It is going to be in it.
Is it?
No, she's not.
Oh, fine.
I don't know. I haven't looked into it because I'm not.
Can you imagine
dinosaurs?
It's going to be amazing if she is somehow involved in it.
But they wanted to have those dinosaur-human hybrids, so she would need to have.
I'm sorry, dinosaur-human hybrids.
Yeah.
You're making that up, right? It's not part of the movie.
I'm fairly sure that's not part of the movie.
Have you not seen Fallen Kingdom?
No.
The sequel to Jurassic World.
I think I've seen Fallen
Kingdom.
Yeah,
I've seen.
There's no human hybrids in it.
Yeah.
No human hybrids.
The daughter's the human hybrid.
Oh, not really.
What?
She's a clone of herself.
Yeah, which is.
That's not a hybrid.
Which has been spliced with dinosaur DNA, supposedly.
No,
Really?
I don't know.
I mean,
no, supposedly, but not really. I mean, she's just a clone
like,
of herself, basically.
I've seen all the Jurassic movies. I'm ashamed to say.
Can I just say though, that one's out June the 11th, so can't wait. That's out next month.
What? We haven't seen a trailer for it yet.
Well,
that's
I mean,
a good thing. We don't want
I might be wrong, but it says here June the 11th, 2021.
I just can't figure out like what else they're gonna do with the fucking franchise.
I don't know.
Maybe
that's not the one that I'm most confused over what they can do it with. They're bringing out another Purge movie, The Forever Purge.
Oh.
I'm like, what could they possibly do more with Purge?
Jeff Goldblum is in this.
Yeah.
I'll watch it just for Jeff Goldblum. I love him.
Well, yeah.
But it's one of those nostalgia films. It's bringing back all the actors.
And there she is.
Is it?
Hated.
And there she is.
Yeah, Julia Roberts.
She's not in it.
She's not, but there's the actor that I mistook for Julia Roberts before.
Oh, okay.
And now like I see her face.
And that's what you think of.
And I'm mad at her.
If we ever do an advert or advertisement or anything, we need to have Dragosaurus, Julia Roberts, sort of advertising something for us, you know. Maybe when Jurassic World 5 comes out, it'll be
Jurassic World 5.
Yeah.
Do you know how many Jurassic Worlds have come out?
2.
This will be Jurassic World 3.
But they're not.
The other ones before were Jurassic Parks. No, they're not.
No. But you know they're going to be more. It'll be a crossover.
If my counting is correct, this is going to be like the 6th movie, I think.
This will be the 6th of the Jurassic movies, yes.
Yeah, because they're the same franchise, aren't they?
Okay, the way I see it, if they can bring out a Shrek 5, they can bring out a Jurassic World Part 5.
No, because like no one cares about Shrek.
No, seriously, there is a Shrek.
Seriously, no one cares.
Shrek the 5th this year. I don't know when, but apparently it's coming out this year.
Yeah, it's being done by Illumination.
Who's going to see these movies? Are cinemas opening again?
Yeah, they're opening this month, May 17th. Some of them, and
Do we have to
Oh
wear
my god,
masks?
that blew it in my mind.
Oh yeah, we'll have to wear masks. I think we'll
Oh,
have to wear masks for the rest of our lives. But I
At
mean,
least we get to see Godzilla vs Kong in the cinema.
get to see what?
See what?
Godzilla vs Kong.
Well,
Have you?
Are you
Have
trying
not...
to say the Mitchells versus Kong?
I would watch that. I would watch that. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but that would be brilliant. I would most definitely watch the Mitchells versus Kong. I'm looking forward to that now. If it doesn't come out this year, I'm going to be very disappointed in you, David.
We need to pitch it to Sony so they can make it.
To be honest, they have Netflix's money now. So...
We have to tell them because they can't. Obviously, they can't like do too much, but they have to call it Michaels versus Kong.
Right, for yeah.
But then have a bad dub called Mitchells vs Kong.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Michael
you
is
basically
pronounced
dubbing
Mitchell.
it, saying it wrong. But I think we should definitely talk about the rest of the films that are coming out soon,
Okay.
next week, because I thinking it's probably
Are
time
you
to
going to
wrap
watch
up.
any of them? Do you plan on watching any?
I have a Cineworld card. I plan on watching nearly all of them.
Wait, you still have a Cineworld card?
Yeah. It's been put on pause. I've not been paying for it, obviously.
Oh,
Same
okay.
here. I got my Black
I've got
Cineworld card last year, and I didn't pay for like 2 months, and we still did. So
Yeah, I haven't been paying since they closed the cinemas. Obviously, I wasn't paying before they.
I don't know what the rules are.
Yeah.
what's the last film you did? What you watched in the cinema?
I can't even remember. That was ages
I can't
ago.
remember. That was over a year ago.
Mine
I
was
know.
Vin
I
Diesel
went by
and
myself
Bloodshot.
to watch a movie, which was kind of sad, but I enjoyed it.
I didn't go by myself. I went with people, but I genuinely cannot remember now what it was. I'm really hoping it's not Frozen 2. Because I remember I watched that in the cinema. I'm really hoping it's not that. But I don't know. You know what?
Oh,
I'll have a look at my memory and tell you next week.
So what are you watching now, Kaz, then, when the cinemas do reopen?
Oh, I will most definitely be going to see Black Widow. They've pushed that back to June though, so I'm a little bit annoyed about that. But that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm very interested. I know it's probably sad and it's not David's generation-y thing, maybe, but they're bringing out another Matrix.
Oh, really? Yeah.
They are. They're bringing out another Matrix, and then they've got Free Guy. I don't know if you've seen that with Ryan Reynolds, the trailers. And they are bringing out another Fantastic Beast, Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Do I need to state how much pissed off I am that all the movies are rehashes of old movies, or is it just implied?
They're not. What do you mean? Not all of them.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, like 90% of them are like franchises.
No, no, they're bringing out Dune.
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 D-U-N-E.
Yeah.
Dune.
Dune. Yeah.
It's not Dune. It's Dune.
Nah.
You have to pronounce with a bit of.
And Free Guy isn't.
Huh?
Free Guy is not a franchise.
Okay, that's 2 movies. You mentioned another 10 that were like
Shang-Chi, Death on the Nile, Mortal Kombat.
What the hell is Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi.
Chai. Oh, I keep getting it wrong. Sorry, audience. I apologise.
I think Chai is your Michael.
My brain's gone. There's
Chai and
an M. Night Shyamalan called Old, which
they're all dead.
Yeah, basically.
Or young.
There's loads coming out this year because obviously they've been pushing them until cinemas reopen.
Yeah.
So there are loads and loads coming out, and it's not just.
I really want to see a movie like in the cinema, like a proper, like, you know, a cinema movie. Do you know what I mean? Like something that you'd miss if you didn't see it in the movies because the special effects and the sound and all that.
I know it sounds awful, but and I know you would probably not think it's something I would watch, but The Quiet Place Part 2.
Oh, okay.
I saw the first one, and
how did we not discuss The Quiet Place? It was amazing.
It was really good, yeah.
Oh
well, run out of time now.
I was afraid
no,
that
it was.
You didn't like it.
Gives us a cliffhanger.
No, I thought it was good.
I really liked
the worst part of that movie spoilers, guys, in case you haven't seen it,
What's
is when
the
she
ending?
stands on that nail.
Oh man!
Like the rest of the film, I'm like, no, it was fine, death,
when
destruction, and all that stuff.
when
She
you
trod on a
realize
nail
when
with
you
nothing.
realize what they're prepping for, it freaked me out. When I realized what they are prepping for, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And it's the most like natural thing in the world, but in the context of the movie, you're like, oh fuck, I wouldn't want to be in
Essentially,
her position.
she was pregnant.
Yeah.
And the whole film is about not making noise because otherwise the monsters get you.
So she had to give birth in a
After
silent environment.
standing on a nail on the stairs silently, she trod on a nail that was sticking up out of the stairs with nothing on her feet, hobbled all the way upstairs. This was in the basement, up the ground floor, up the stairs again to the bathroom where she gave birth in a bathtub silently.
Oh.
And then had to try and, obviously, this baby had to not make noise either. Because the moment they make noise, they die. No, she didn't. But
that would
how
be an easier
freaking
choice.
awful is that? I would have been. She should have just. It's awful, but when you're living in a world like that, it's easy to just not have kids.
Oh god.
It's terrible, but
yeah, come on, guy, like pull out. What the fuck?
I mean, that's dark. That's dark.
It is quite a dark movie, to be fair.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it.
Quite yet.
I thought it was really good. I'm not one for horror, so it wasn't really horror. It was a thriller.
Horror, though.
But the worst part of the film was the goddamn nail, and we all knew it was going to happen because it set it up. Because she was pulling a bag up the stairs, it caught on the nail and made the nail stick upwards. And it did a close-up shot of the nail, and you're like, someone's gonna fucking stand on that.
I remember the part where the kids have to hide.
Yeah.
Oh man, that really got me. Got to me. Like
all of it is like, oh my god. And like, then only one kid died.
It's so tense.
And the dad.
It's so tense because, as far as you're concerned, as the viewer, all bets are off. Anything can happen in the movie. Like no one is safe, and they've established that like early on.
There is only one problem I have with this film, right? They go past a place where there's a waterfall, and none of the monsters go near the waterfall. They don't like the noise. Why the fuck did they not just set up their house near the waterfall?
I know, yeah.
Maybe they knew that is the only thing anyway, so...
Yeah, if they're near the waterfall, they can make noise because nothing they say or do will be louder than the waterfall.
It gets drowned by the waterfall.
So why the fuck did they not set up their house near the waterfall?
Because the humidity cast.
It gets in the hair and the frizzy. Yeah. Sure, that's your biggest concern.
Oh, what about mold? Water.
Yeah, exactly. See, David
sees the
big picture.
Mold is the silent killer, but if you're not silent, they're the other killers.
And that's your movie poster. Mold is a silent killer.
But I mean, come on, that is the logical thing.
All right, I think we need to wrap up the madness and let our listeners go.
I think we need to. I've been trying to for a while,
All right.
Then you got onto the quiet place. Well, I look forward to the list of films next time.
And I look forward to bitching about them.
Oh, yeah, well, we all knew you were going to, but... Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to say goodbye, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Yes,
yeah, we'll see you all next week.
Bye. Bye.